Just 1 year ago, we met right here as we joined together to kick off Keren Hayesod's centennial celebrations. And here we are, a year later in the same place. A lot has happened. We could have told you about all of our work in helping to bring over 20,000 Jews from around the world home to Israel in just 1 year. Our support for Operation Tzur Israel, which brought 2,000 Ethiopian Jews home, together with the Jewish Agency for Israel and the Ministry of Aliyah and Absorption. We could have told you about the 12,000 Israeli at-risk children, many of whom are participant in the Youth Futures, a national project that empowers children and their families with personalized social experience and enrichment. We could have told you about the more than 800 at-risk Israeli students who are part of our youth villages, or the more than 18,000 youth who are participating in the Neta project throughout Israel. We could have told you about the 7,000 seniors and Holocaust survivors who enjoy affordable housing and independent living thanks to Amigur sheltered housing, or the 11,000 participants on Masa programs throughout the country, many of whom volunteered during the height of the pandemic. We could have told you about the 1,300 lone immigrant soldiers who completed their IDF service and received special grants to help ease financial burden caused by the pandemic, or the solidarity campaign that was launched during Operation Guardians of the Walls in support of the residents of the South who were deeply impacted by the rocket attacks from Gaza. We could go on and on and on. But instead, we chose to tell you how Keren Hayesod United Israel Appeal is involved in something much, much bigger. This is a story about you, about Keren Hayesod supporters from around the world who for the last year continue to have a profound impact on Israeli society. A story of not just what has been accomplished in the past year, but a story about a family of people who for the past 100 years from across the globe and despite all the storms of history have exemplified the true meaning of mutual responsibility. Just 73 years ago, a Jewish homeland was established. Against all odds, Israel proudly opened its gates and continues welcoming Jews from all around the world. Israel is bright and highly educated, reflecting the emphasis that Jewish people everywhere have always placed on education. Israel has a thriving culture of young volunteers who proudly give back to their people and their communities. A small nation, Israel creates wonders because of its people, innovative vision, courage, and integrity. And Keren Hayesod is at the heart of it all. Together, you have helped Israel climb to unimaginable heights to become a beacon of hope and light onto the nations. We could have told you that Keren Hayesod has been the leading funder for Israel for 100 years, but instead, we chose to tell you that thanks to your motivation, passion, and commitment, Israel is more prosperous than ever before. Together, we're realizing a dream for ourselves, our children, and for our future. Together, we're making a difference. And for another 100 years, we will be there for the people of Israel, wherever they are, and for whatever they need. We will continue the proud legacy that makes us a people.